are S-Tech here with another video, and as far as I can remember, we only have one video up there right now, and well, it was our starter video, Sock Sniper. We are trying to improve it, so look out for Sock Sniper 2.0. Wow, I said it right. It's hard to say. Try saying it 5 times fast. But anyways, so we decided to put up another video. This one's going to be a little bit more high-tech. It's like a vacuum chamber. We're sort of going to walk you through it. The reason this vacuum chamber is different from all the other ones is, while I was researching, just seeing what was already out there, the lowest cost for a DIY vacuum chamber was about $45 for all the parts. And I was like, that's pretty expensive, even for a DIY project. And I personally find it's not really DIY. You have to go to the store and buy a bunch of parts. So I decided, let's make our own. And as you know, we are a small channel just starting up. We have zero budget. So we are just like working out of this garage. So literally, this vacuum chamber costs $0. $0. So we are going to, and we know that our garage is different from yours, and we may have some materials you don't have, and you may have some materials we don't have. However, at the end of this video, we will give you some tips on how to modify the vacuum chamber to suit your needs. So, without further ado, let's get started. It is now insulated and hopefully airtight.
We might need to put tape here.
Possibly, but I think it'll be good. But I think it'll be good, personally. Take a view. Okay. Now we are going to move on. And so what we did there was, the reason we sped it up is because it took us a while, but it's easy to explain. So basically, we just took some of these, cut them in half, bent them to measure squares, okay? Cut squares off of this. Well, after we drilled on it, cut squares off of this. So we had the exact same squares, and then we glued and taped it here. Sort of taped up some cracks to double check it's airtight, and wow, there you go. Now we are going to add the tube to what's actually the part that, you know, takes all the air out.
This thing's the tube?
This is the tube.
Obviously, we're going to have to cut it, so it's
not necessarily.
Yes, but
hiya,
Calvin, stop messing around.
But yeah, so we're gonna just. We're planning to put it right about here. So I thought we were putting it on the side.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, so and that's going to connect to our machinery. Well, let's get started. done with the tubing. Here we are.
See, this thing is long too. I don't think you can see.
Okay. So it's pretty easy. What we did is we took some scissors. Well, first we took this and a pen, right? Drew a circle around it so we knew where to cut. Then we took scissors, jabbed a hole in it, cut out the extras, and then shoved the tubing in and taped it up and added some glue to double check it was airtight. Now we are going to create the machinery that actually, sucks it up, and the holder for the machinery that sucks it up. Attach that to the piping, and then add the little last minute things like latches, and then we're gonna give it a run. Let's do this. Alright, so this is a test. This is test number 1. We are hooking this vacuum up to our box thing we created and seeing how it runs.
Alright, first we need to put this in.
Let's see. Okay, you take that out real quick. It'll be okay. Real quick. Here we go.
Hold on, I'm not plugged in. Where do I want it to go in?
There, that's pretty airtight. Here. Oh, let me help.
Alright.
Okay. We've got it all hooked up. Dee, stick your hand in there, make sure everything works. Ready? Ready? Should feel like a sucking pressure. Let me try. How do you flip the switch? Ready? Uh-huh. You're gonna have to stick your finger in because we haven't added that. Hey, I think that's going to work. Alrighty.
We don't need the air compressor or anything.
No. That's for a different project I was thinking of.
Alrighty.
Hi everybody, so we're done, and well, we just added a latch. It's just a piece of tape, really.
Yeah.
And my sister added a little peepee hole so we can sort of see what's going on inside.
It's not that bright in there, though.
Yeah. We were going to do the classic marshmallow test, where they expand and then once you release the pressure, they all contract. But we don't have any marshmallows, so we're going to use these. It should pop open if our vacuum chamber works. Alright, okay, let's open her up. Okay, she's in. There we go. Here is the configuration that works. Okay. Here we go.
Well, let's see if it pops. Well, I didn't hear any popping noises.
Ooh, that was very loud.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't pop, but
Clearly got stretched out. I can tell. It's more wrinkly.
maybe we should try with a different bag that has more air in it.
Or maybe for a little longer. So,
We could tape the seams on the edge too if we had to.
I'm getting
Yeah, but then it would be super duper hard to open and close it. I think this will work.
You have the bag in there, right?
Yep. Okay.
All right, let's see.
They're out.
Well, it's foggy. Did it used to be foggy? I thought it was pretty clear.
I think it was pretty clear.
So it's doing something.
More tests to follow.
Well,
I think it needs to be more airtight, Calvin. I think that is part of the problem.
Yeah.
where do we seal that?
There is a big gap down here.
Wait, really?
Just keep it
Yeah, see right here, right here.
Oh, yeah, Calvin, how about under
I thought you
here?
taped it.
Well, of course, it is sitting on the base.
No, right here, right here, right here.
And you're gonna have to, you're gonna
I
have
thought
to,
you were taping
You
those
didn't give
up.
me enough time.
here, and you know what? You wanna go the whole edge from here over. If I hold it for you, Grant, Calvin.
Got some bubble wrap. We're gonna put it in this vacuum, and we're gonna see if it starts to go.
Well, we're going to run it for a while, and then we're going to reopen it and see if it got... We double reinforced everything. Dee, why didn't you just slip it in the crack?
Yeah, don't open it all up, Delia.
There was a crack. You could tilt that back. But anyways, so we're going to do that, and once it's all taped up, well, we're going to run it. Lonnie, can you hold this?
Yeah.
Good.
So, excuse me, Dee.
Don't mind me, I just need to re-tape everything. Okay. So if this doesn't work, we think our vacuum might just be a bit... I think if this works, I think it was the tubing, but if this doesn't work, it might be that
Vacuum.
our vacuum's weak.
Yeah. So, we think it will work because we've seen this work in a video so we've seen this work on a video, so we hope it works now.
If it
Calvin's
works,
just
if
taping
it-
toes.
If it works, I think we have made our vacuum. But if it doesn't work, I think a little too weak, you know?
Are you ready?
No,
No.
All right, let's go.
hear me out. I need to reseal everything.
Nice. Are we all resealed?
All right.
Think so.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. I think we might have to tape these two together just
What I
in
do?
case.
Why don't you get rid of this section and just put this plastic part right in the hole? Because that way, my fear is there's air getting sucked in through the styrofoam. Because the styrofoam is not solid. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see it, but I don't know.
I see
I would just take out.
So we have eliminated the pipe because I did fear that this would not hold air, and as I don't think any of that has popped, it sort of confirmed my fear, so we just took that right up to that. It's a lot easier, really.
Mhm.
Here we go.
All right.
Fingers crossed.
Did you see that? It worked because it literally sucked it in and now it's coming up.
Well, that definitely worked.
Yeah, let's see if it pops any of the popping stuff inside.
It had to be the styrofoam.
It had to be.
I knew it. This was not airtight. I knew it.
All right, say goodbye to styrofoam. Let's see if
Let's open this baby up. I don't think you'll be seeing us using too much styrofoam. Well, no popping. Maybe we need to run it for longer. If that's the case, I think we need a sturdier support structure to hold this up. Fortunately, I know just the thing.
That was crazy. I mean, all right.
Well, it's not too user-friendly, I don't think. But if it works, it
Wait,
works.
did you put the styrofoam in already?
Huh?
Did you put the styrofoam, the bubble wrap?
Crud.
Oh, well.
I forgot to put that in. Hey, here we go.
Styrofoam's not gonna move.
Well,
Alright.
at least we know that is powerful enough. It doesn't have readings like some of the fancier, like shop vacs. Like it doesn't give you readings like the one, like the vacuum chambers you can buy at the store or off Amazon do, but I think it works. Here we go.
Yeah, well, it's not one of the fancy.
No, stay, doggy, stay.
Well, you definitely saw that go and expand, so.
Well, let's check this. I think we're actually going to need to find something sturdier to support this.
But,
Okay? So, well, this happened.
got stuck. Any of them pop?
No, but no. I think it took that in too much. How are we going to make this sturdier? We have updated our design, making it more sturdy. It had to push it up a little, so we added this. Here we go.
Well, let's see what happens.
This didn't collapse, so that's good.
Okay.
Let's see here. Oh, I think a couple of them popped.
All right.
Although, you don't mind if I adjust this a little bit, because I'm worried this is going to sort of block the air. So, this dilemma has sort of taught us what works and what doesn't when you're making one of these. So, we'd be happy to share that info with you. And if you have any tips or ideas for us, or like an idea, something we could do for a future episode, please let us know. We love your feedback. Our final updated, revised, improvised test. Let's see if it works even better this time. Because it sort of worked last time, but I'm worried that a plastic thing I put in place to sort of keep it sturdier demolished it. I was joking. I don't. Well,
Oh no.
this popped.
Did it?
It
Yep.
did. It did. It popped. It popped.
Amazing. Good job, guys. Really proud of your teamwork on this one.
So we, over the course of this video, we have learned what works to make a vacuum chamber and what does not work. At the start of this video, I said at the end of this video, which is right about now, I would tell you some tips and tricks and some ways you can modify it. So we used insulator to make our cardboard box airtight. You can paint it, whatever, if you don't have insulator. Just make sure it's airtight. You can use wood, which is a lot sturdier. You can use but it still needs to be airtighted. You can use plastic or glass, which don't need to be airtighted, except for the seal. However, they're hard to get your hands on. You might need to spend some money. If you don't have a shop vac like we do, you can use a bicycle pump, maybe some modifications, maybe a one-way valve, and which you can create out of cardboard and the spring. Then, right? And you could use something which I initially thought we were going to use. It's like a toilet paper roll. You cut off the top of a balloon, use the bottom, wrap that around it, tie a knot in the end, right? That way when it pulls, it creates a suction, and then you could add a one-way valve to the side of that, hook that up to a tube, which is hooked up to your case, and then you could pull that. It comes through one way valve, and then pushing it won't go through that, so it gets shot through the other one-way valve out the side out into the world. Fortunately, that requires you to go and it doesn't work too well, and you really can't have any. But if worse comes to worse, you can do that. If you use cardboard, use something like a plastic box lid to support it, because ours, we started with cardboard and you saw what happened.
And
So-
back to the insulation thing, we used a cardboard box, which isn't that airtight, so we had to put insulation around the edges or the sides.
No, that's not back to the insulation thing. We used a cardboard box because we thought it would be sturdy. If you have wood scraps on hand, our father cleared out all of our wood scraps. So we were going to build it wood, but no wood scraps doesn't really work. So we built it out of cardboard, but if you do build it out of cardboard, make sure to have some sort of support. It can be as simple as a lid to a plastic box, or you could use some wood, but just make sure the top has some support, otherwise it'll collapse. And anything else?
No.
Well, that's all. Thanks for watching.